And that is your second point. Europe missed an opportunity. There were two problems there. First, Putin declared in many, many conversations, also with our chancellor, also with Macron, and presumably many times in his talks with Chinese president, that he does not regard Ukraine as a country, not as a sovereign state, but that it is little Russia. By all criteria, it should be part of Russia. So declaring Ukraine's neutrality would have had no effect. It might have prevented the war of 24th of February, but not the war of middle of this year or of next year or whatever. That is has been Putin's desire. And the way he saw the United States, the way he saw Europeans was they were weak, they would not stand in the way. He had had the success of 2014 with Crimea and Donbass, and he didn't see any reason to assume Europeans would not shrink back again from a conflict. He did not calculate with the kind of reaction he got. So, but that would have made it futile even to try a declaration that NATO would not accept Ukraine. But the second point is even more important. Why should NATO decide that it does not accept Ukraine if in 2008 it accepted the willingness of Ukraine to work for membership? Everybody knew it would take a long, long time. I mean, Ukraine was not such a happy country. You had oligarchs, corruption, and all that in Ukraine too. It had to undergo a really, really long-lasting transformation of its own society. And President Zelensky, nobody assumed he would be up to that task, but obviously he did a lot in that respect, but not enough yet. So you have decades and decades and decades ahead of you. But that was clear to everybody. Everybody said so. That is why what Chancellor Scholz in his press conference said to Putin, in our time in office, we will not see Ukraine joining NATO. It's an evident kind of thing. It was not a surprise to anyone. It was not a declaration. We will never take Ukraine as a member of NATO. No, it is on its path towards NATO, but it will take a long time. Same with the European Union. Zelensky hoped the European Union would declare Ukraine to be a valid candidate for EU membership now as a gesture, as a provocation of Russia. But it would have been a lie. If you look at so many countries, especially on the Balkans, you see how difficult it is for countries with very different societies to transform themselves even to the degree of being a viable candidate. That is why the EU said, you are not a candidate at this point in time. But if you want to become it, it is your choice. Just like NATO, you want to become a member of NATO and you put it in your constitution, then this is your choice.